Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Kellyscards.ca and I'm glad that you could join me. This is the third card in this next card kit series. I have picked out some vintagey elements and a doily, this clock image and backing, this music paper, some ruler paper, and this die cut, as well as this flower and little button. So you can take some Tim Holtz Distressed Ink Vintage Photo and just ink it up. And I'm just going to ink the edges here. I love to ink the edges. It just adds some definition to the cardstock and adds a little bit of a vintage touch as well to the paper. So now I've inked around the edges. I'm going to adhere this piece to my card base. So I'll bring in my card base and I will put this piece centered on the mat. So I have the same amount of black all the way around, like so. And just rub that on there. Next you'll find the strip with the music notes on it, and I'm going to ink around this as well just to help this stand out. And I'll just do a quick inking around the outside of this piece, and then I'm going to attach it right flat over there. And I'll just use my tape runner for this and attach this right here so there's still a little edge of this like burlap paper. From there, I'm going to start setting up this corner to see how I would like it. I like this die cut over here. And I like to set it up before just so I know where everything's going to fit, and if I have to move things around I can do it after and not stick it down and then be stuck where it is. So from here I think this is about where I like things, and the first thing I'm going to adhere down is actually this ruler, which I'm also going to ink up. And I'm going to tuck this down so that it just covers right into there. And then, like I said, this piece is going to go on top. So now that the ruler's down, the next part that I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this little die cut down because this is going to be going under our doily. To adhere this down, I'm just going to use some Studio Multi-Medium Matte. I love this stuff because it doesn't dry shiny and you won't get that shine all over your paper. So I'm just taking this and I'm using this very thin tip, which I will also link to. I love this. This makes getting into these little spots so much easier. So I'll just come on like that. And again, I will put this into place so I know where I want it. And I'd like it about right about there so that when this covers, and then I'm just going to push this down into place. You probably have to just hold this down and let the glue dry a little bit. And then this little piece here is sticking up, so I'm just gonna poke my end in here just a little bit to hold this down a little bit more. So I've taken my doily, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around it again, just putting a little bit of this vintage photo, just inking it a little bit lightly here. I really want to kind of preserve its natural color, but I just want to add also a little bit of inking just for more definition, and I really like how that looks. And I'm going to also adhere this down to the card. So again, I use some of that matte medium on here, and I'm going to put it right in that corner. So I put the doily down, and I kind of really want this edge pulled up. So I'm just going to take, you can take your scissors, you can take a pokey tool just like this, and basically I'm just going to work it and pull it out and put it right on top. And I think I really like how that looks. It just adds a little bit of layering now to the card. And from here we're going to move into our image. So I'm going to take this clock image and once again just add a nice edge of inking around the circle. And then I will adhere this to the card. Now that I've got that on, I'm going to center it onto this die mat, this die cut. So there, that's on there, and we're going to bring it into here. For this image, I am going to use pop dots. I'm going to use these black pop dots to pop up the clock onto this card. And in this case, I like using the black pop-up dots because when you look under it, you will see that it kind of blends in. Might not stick out as much as, say, the white pop-up dots. And now that I've got that there, I can bring this in and I can kind of see where I like it. I think it's going to look good over here, like so. Then maybe if I have the flower here. Lastly, you will find a flower and this cute little button brad. What you can do is take your flower and in the middle just hold a pair of scissors or a tool such as this and pull it up gently, and you'll create a little hole for your brad to go through. So I'll just feed my brad through that hole, close up the legs, and then I'll be able to place this on. Now when you place it on, you want your buttonholes like a buttonhole would be, just to make it look better, just like so. And to adhere this down, I'm going to use another Zot to hold this down, just like this. Like that. So this is the third card in my card kit series. If you've missed cards 1 and 2, please check that out. You can subscribe for more videos that will be coming along the way. And you can also check me out on my website at Kellyscards.ca, and please have a wonderful day.